Oh, wait, you didn't think the Red Sox were going to lose a game the rest of the year. Well, it happens. It was a tough Monday night as the Red Sox dropped the series opener at Fenway to the Toronto Blue Jays. And welcome to another episode of Red Sox Now. I'm your host, Mike Antonellis. Make sure to follow me on all my social media channels at the Radio Mike. Going X right now. I'm on Blue Sky, Instagram, you name it. And in this day and age, really, it's easy to find people. But make sure to send me a message. And also, we ask you, this is the thanks emoji, to subscribe, comment, and like this episode. Go back and you can go back and like all the episodes. But we really do appreciate if you subscribe. So the Red Sox lose the opener to the Blue Jays. I think Jose Berrios is a sneaky good starter that no one talks about. He went 7 last night, 4 hits. Miserable night. He walked 3. The guys were talking about it on the broadcast. Will Middlebrooks was on TV last night about getting grip on the baseball. And Richard Fitz, who doesn't usually walk a lot, I'll tell you what. This is a good Blue Jays lineup. We know, led by Vladdy and Bichette, and Springer had 4 hits, another underrated guy. Richard Fitz is still young. He's still developing. The fact that he went 6 innings and had the walks that he did. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 walks could be a recipe for a disaster. Now, he was able to pitch out of some jams. He did have 4 strikeouts. He did take his second loss, but I think for still a young guy who we did not think would be on the roster. I mean, he's starting because of injuries. Again, I think you have to be optimistic, and I've loved Richard Fitz from the start, and I talked about this in our exhibition episodes. This is a pretty good guy to have fill in for injuries. The Red Sox have completely changed their identity. To me, they have starters they can call upon. This is really hard to do. And when you look at the box score, the outing is not pretty, but you have to have perspective to realize 3 starters are on the injured list, and this guy was not going to be in your opening day rotation. He's giving you innings, and I think he is showing some really good things. And last night, the Red Sox didn't score many runs either. They got RBIs from Devers, who was 0 for 3, and Tristan Casas had a wall ball RBI. Jarren Duran had 2 more hits. Jarren Duran was in the news, and we will certainly get to that as we progress here on Red Sox Now. All right, the big thing last night, and we just found out a few moments ago, Connor Wong on the catcher's interference, he got absolutely smoked, and just to see that in real time, catcher's interference, you stick your glove out, the batter hits your glove, but it actually fractured his pinky. And Sean McAdam was all over it right away about the Red Sox calling up Blake Sabol from Worcester. But if you go into RedSox.com, they've already had a story about Wong IL stint likely. So, we don't like to see this, but the Red Sox did a terrific job with the catchers. They really rebuilt this position. I like Connor Wong. I think Connor Wong's strides that he's made have been great. But Carlos Narvaez, who they got from the Yankees, I saw a lot of him in AAA last year. Really good hitter, really good defender. So that's the thing you really want. Of course you want offense, but I think when you look at this lineup right now, there's guys that can hit, right? I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say you got a pretty good lineup. For that position, just like at short and center, you can compensate some offense. Now, Trevor Story's hitting higher up, so you do want a little bit more. But with the center fielder and the guy behind the plate now, which is Narvaez, you're not losing anything going from Wong to Narvaez, which is good. And Narvaez is actually, he swung the bat here to start the year. And now, Blake Sabol, who is a 27-year-old, who they added from the Giants, who was DFA'd, and they picked him up right away. He has 342 career Major League at-bats. So this is not just somebody stashed in AAA that doesn't have any experience. Big guy, too, 6'4", 230. Last year got 32 at-bats in the big leagues, a 243 career big league hitter, but hasn't had a ton of opportunity, and now he'll get it. So, again, I think when you look at adversity, which the Red Sox have had, and they've had some injuries, you want to see how they get out of it, and you want to see what protection they have behind it. And I think from pitcher to catcher here, from the starter last night, Richard Fitz, with 3 guys in your rotation on the injured list, it's a pretty good guy to call upon. And I think when you have a catcher hurt, what do? Teams scramble. A few years ago, the Red Sox picked up Sandy Leone off the street, and he ended up being a very good catcher. But this is a guy you have in your system, and he's going to get a chance to obviously play. Robert Stock, who pitched opening day for the Woo Sox and dominated, had to get the call last night. This is all the snowball, no pun intended, but the ramifications of Mother Nature. This is weird. Baseball is a wonky sport. When you watch it, I've watched it for 30 years as a professional broadcaster. There's so many weird things that happen. Robert Stock's in the big leagues because of the rainout and the doubleheader. The rainout Saturday, the doubleheader Sunday. And you needed someone to eat innings, so he's up. And he went up because Criswell went 3 innings because they wanted him to eat those final 3 innings so they didn't have to chew up their bullpen because they don't have a lot of days off. So because of all of that, because of the rain out, the doubleheader, because of that 3-inning stint by Criswell, Robert Stock, who was in the big leagues with the Red Sox during the pandemic, which the guys on the Nesson broadcast were talking about and having fun with, he's back. And he went 2 innings last night. I thought his stuff was pretty good. 3 hits, 1 run, and had a walk. And we'll see if the Red Sox go right back and make another roster move or they stick with Stock because Criswell obviously will be shut down for a couple days going to 3 innings on Sunday night. But it is kind of divine intervention how these guys sometimes get to the big leagues. I think it's cool. The Major League Baseball Players Union and their salary negotiations, pretty damn good. If people don't realize this, when you go to the big leagues, it doesn't matter any previous experience. Even if you're not on the 40-man, you get prorated the league minimum. So Stock makes the league minimum for how many days, divided up. And it's a huge pay raise for some of these guys. So I like when these AAA guys get a chance to go up there and play. But I find it really cool and interesting how this all does work out. Speaking of interesting, it is live. I just checked. Not that I doubted Netflix. By the way, Black Mirror is coming on Netflix. If we can do Off Baseball, by the way. Unbelievable show. I'm a big sci-fi guy. Okay, I got to get focused here. Red Sox, Netflix, really amazing things that Jarren Duran admitted yesterday. We all know the story, and if you don't, Google it. Thought about suicide, decided not to. It was a scary moment where he had the gun and the bullet and the rifle, and it didn't go off. And this is in the documentary, which is 8 episodes. They are about 50 to 60 minutes long, and we will all be watching as I love these. I had people say, would people around the country care to watch a year in the life of the Red Sox? Absolutely. I watch documentaries. I watch the Kelsey brothers documentary on Prime. I've watched a lot of the quarterbacks. You get a peek behind the curtain. And I just saw the preview. They show Bayo frustrated after an inning he pitched, and he goes down into the tunnel, and you can see where the guys kind of hang out. Those are places that fans can't go. So it's going to be cool. I think you'll enjoy it, and we will talk about it because I'll have to watch it. No, I'm going to watch it anyways. You know that. But again, make sure to follow me on X at the Radio Mike. Again, I'm one of the radio and TV broadcasters for the Worcester Red Sox. So if you have questions, everybody's asking me about Anthony and Meyer. They are good. They are really good at baseball. And the Woo Sox are home this week, so I'll have a chance to be broadcasting games on radio and TV and get a good look at those guys. So again, if you could comment, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, we would appreciate it so much. Thank you for watching another edition of Red Sox Now. I'm Mike Antonellis.